What is up, YouTube? It's Isaiah Malonson here. And let's see, 2.5 years ago, or maybe 2 years ago, I quit my 9 to 5. Okay. I go in detail about the whole story of me quitting my 9 to 5 and why I quit it on like my third YouTube video ever, me describing how I got my first wholesale real estate deal. But I'll go over it really quick. I always worked in manual labor. I always did manual labor jobs, and I liked those jobs because it was simple and I got paid that day, or at least at the end of the week, and I got cash. Okay, that's why I always liked manual labor jobs like cutting grass, construction. I had an insulation job, which is kind of like construction a little bit. Or moving trucks, right? I worked on moving trucks, moving furniture, moving people's houses. I always worked manual labor type of jobs because it was simple, it was easy, didn't have to use my brain. And I really just liked it because I got cash. I always got paid cash that day. I had a waiter job before, that was really cool because I got paid tips, you know? I always liked having cash, getting paid that day, not having to worry about taxes being taken out or waiting 2 weeks to get a check and like me wondering like what is my check gonna look like. Not like, no, you get paid 150 or $100 or whatever the rate was. You get paid that every single day, and you either get paid at the end of the day or at the end of the week every Friday. And so I really liked that when I was working manual labor jobs. The thing though with those jobs is that, at least for me, is a lot of those manual labor jobs, you have to put up with a lot of crap, right? By the owners or the managers or the team leader, whatever. If you're working in a moving truck, it's the driver, or if you're being a waiter, it's the manager, or if you're cutting grass, it's either the owner or the team leader, right? The one who drives the truck. And a lot of times they're disrespectful, right? Because it's manual labor job. It's more like just brute muscle jobs, right? You just gotta shut up, deal with it. I've gotten in a few fights on some of my jobs. A lot of stories. I have a lot of stories of all those manual labor 9 to 5s. But the last time I quit, I had just gotten out of jail, right? And when I was in jail, I made the switch to like change my life around and become the best version of myself. And right after I made that one-time decision, it's still a process. And so immediately after I got out of jail, I like got a job at a moving company, and then eventually I started doing grass cutting, right? And I was obsessed with success, right? So I was always wondering, like, how can I make $1 million? Like, how can I be financially free? And I was just seeing so many 19 and 18 and 20-year-olds online, right? At this point, I'm 24, seeing all these 19-year-old millionaires online, and I'm just like, bro, if they could do it, I can do it, right? If they can do it, I can do it. I don't care what I've been through or what my level of education is. They are 18 years old, bro. Like, I am 24. If they can do it, I can do it. I just got to figure out how to do it. And one day, there was just, like, I remember on my grass cutting job, my boss was cursing me out, and he was just extremely disrespectful. And right then and there, I just knew, like, this is my last day. I'm not taking this crap from him. Like, and I was just like, it all kind of hit me at once. Like, why am I working a job if this is not what I want to do? Why am I working for this bum, right? He was like 50 years old and he was fat, and like, I just didn't want to be like him. And he was struggling to make ends meet with this lawn care business, right? He owned it, right? I was just like his one helper, and he was just always negative and complaining all the time. And I was like, why am I working for him? Because I was thinking, because I'm obsessed with success, I'm like studying success, and I'm like, you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. And he was one of them. And I was like, why? I don't If I don't want to be like him, I need to stop being around him. Therefore, I need to stop working for him, right? And so he was just cursing me out one day, saying a bunch of stuff, telling me to suck it up, right? I think I was like sick, or like my back hurt or something, or like something, my eye, I don't know, something. And he was just cursing me out, and I didn't say anything. I didn't talk back. I didn't argue with him, because in my head, I knew I'm done. This is the last day. I'm done. I'm not working for you. Like, I honestly felt bad for him, because he is like a 50-year-old sad excuse of a man, right? I'm like, nothing against, 50-year-old fat people, but like, I just felt bad for him. I was like, when I'm 50 years old, I would never want to be like this guy. Not in a million years will I ever want to be like this dude and have anything that he has. Not the business he has, not the life he has, the wife he has, the kids he has. Nothing about him did I want to be like. And I just felt, it just all like kind of clicked. I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm never coming back here again, right? I just wanted to get my check and just move, like, or just leave. And the same thing with my moving company that I was working for. The dude was just like, I just don't want to be anything like him. And he was putting me in like risky situations. Like, oh my God. I remember like one day we were driving in the moving truck, and like he had to pick up his friend or whatever, because he was in opposition territory. And so like he got into the car with like a big ass gun, like a huge like RF-15 or like M16 or something. It was just a big gun. It wasn't an AK, I don't think, and like a pound of weed. He got into the working truck, right, with a pound of weed and a huge gun. And I was like, that was my last day. I was like, I'm done. Never again will I be in this situation. And from then on, I quit, and I have not worked a 9-to-5 since then. Okay, what is the point of this video? Don't quit your 9-to-5 if you're not built for it. Don't quit your 9-to-5 to become an entrepreneur if you're not built for it. I quit that job with the same mindset that I had when I was in jail, when I made that switch to become the best version of myself. When I was in jail, I was like, I don't care how many years I got to stay in here. I don't care what I got to go through. I will become the best version of myself possible from here on out. It doesn't matter if I'm going to be in jail for the next couple years. While I'm in jail, I will be the best version of myself possible, period. And so that's the same thing I had when I quit my job. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to figure it out. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to figure it out, and I will make it happen. I don't care. I'm betting all on me. All bets on me. Everything on Isaiah, right? And so that's the mindset I had. I'm just going to work every single day figuring this out, right? And that's just what it is. And so the thing with being an entrepreneur is it's not easy. It's not simple. It's not easy and it's not simple. Some things are simple but not easy, right? Some things are easy but not simple, maybe. But it's not simple. It's very complex when you're first starting out. And then you like figure that little part out, then you got to go to the next level, and then it's more complex. And then you figure out that complexity, then you go to the next level, and it's even more complex. All right? So first level, base level of complexity is figuring out what you want to do as an entrepreneur. Then figuring out how to make money from it. That's like the first level of complexity. Then you figure it out, right? It just gets down to what are the daily actions I need to take every single day to make this a reality. And you figure those out, and you do it for long enough to where, okay, now I'm making a little bit of money, or now I'm seeing a little bit of results. Then you have to get to the next level of your business, whatever that might be. Like, okay, am I going to hire people? How do I get more results, right? And all of that is complex, bro. Versus when you go to a 9-to-5, everything's laid out for you. You do this for this amount of time on these days. And you get these days off, and you get this amount of vacation time. It's all just super simple, and it's laid out for you. do this for these hours on these days, and this is your outcome. This is what you get. You get paid this amount. When you're an entrepreneur, none of that is guaranteed. You have to get to a point to where it gets to that. Okay, if I do these amount of actions for these times over this period of time, I get this amount of dollars, or I get these results. You have to figure out how to make that happen. And everybody who joins my Discord, right, because I teach people how to wholesale real estate, how to get their first wholesale deal for free from the comfort of their home, right? Never have to see the property, none of that. I teach people how to do that. I coach them every day one-on-one. The people who join the Discord who have jobs, I'm just going to keep it real with you. I have this much faith in them. Because I just know the reality of the situation. I know what it takes to win. I know what it takes to see success. And I know why people treat their entrepreneurial journeys as a side hustle. Like, I know why they treat it like a side hustle. It's because they don't believe in themselves. That's it. There's two reasons why they would keep it as a side hustle. It's one, because they have bills, kids, a wife. That I understand, right? Because to be an entrepreneur, you have to be prepared to not make any money. You have to be prepared to not make any money for a certain period of time. That's just what it is. So if you have bills to pay and kids to feed and a wife nagging you, then I could understand why you have to keep your 9-to-5 job and do your best to keep this as a side hustle. But for the people who don't have bills, don't have rent, don't have kids, right? For those people, I say you're not going to make it if you keep your 9-to-5. There is no reason for you to keep a 9-to-5, period. If you're living with your parents or living with your grandparent or whatever, right? And you don't have kids, the only reason you would keep a 9-to-5 is because you don't believe in yourself and you're a loser. I'm sorry, like, that's just how it is. You're a loser, bro, right? If you come into my Discord, or if you're doing anything, not even in my Discord, the only reason you would keep your 9-to-5 is because you don't believe that you're gonna make it. I always give this analogy. If somebody gave you $10,000 for you to jog 1 mile every single day, and they have like a tracker on you, right? On your iPad, I mean, Apple Watch, whatever. They keep a tracker on you to make sure that you jog 1 mile every single day. And they put $10,000 in an escrow account. And that $10,000 is to be immediately released on the 90th day after you've successfully jogged 1 mile every day. Okay, the only catch is you can't have a job. You can't have a job and you have to jog 1 mile every single day. And if you do that consecutively every single day, the $10,000 will automatically be released from the escrow account into your bank account. Tell me, if that was the case, would you keep a job? No, absolutely not. You wouldn't. Okay, unless you're making more than $10,000 in 90 days. Okay, which most people are not. And would you jog a mile every day? Of course you would. You have a tracker on you that you know is going to track you, and the $10,000 is sitting in escrow. It's right there. You see it. Of course you're going to jog a mile every day and you're not going to keep a job. Okay? So if success is guaranteed, right? For me, for my students, I guarantee success within 90 days or less. Okay? They just have to jog the mile. And in this case, in my case, it's hit the KPIs every day, which I hit too, right? If success is guaranteed and you're going to make $10,000 or more in 90 days or less, why would you keep the job? Why would you keep the 9-to-5? Ask yourself that. If you know it's going to work out, if you do your absolute best and you try your best every single day, you know it's going to work out, why would you keep a job? There's only one reason. It's because you don't have faith that it'll work out. That's it. Okay? And so not everybody is built for it. Because being an entrepreneur takes a lot of faith. It takes a lot of faith because that $10,000 sitting in escrow isn't always going to be there in escrow. Like, it's there, but it's like you can't see it. You have no tangible evidence, right? You just have to have faith that it's going to work out. And I could tell you from experience, it always works out if you never quit and you give your best every single day. That's just what it is. You can never lose if you never quit, but you can never win if you don't start or if you quit. Okay? Quitters never win, and winners never quit. So I'm just making a point here that if you don't resolve within your own brain from the jump that I'm going to make this work no matter what, I am going to make it work or die trying, go stick at your 9-to-5 job. Stay at your 9-to-5 job until you're able to have that resolve within your own mind. Because until you have that resolve within your own mind that I'm going to make it happen no matter what, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how hungry I get, no matter how broke I get, I will make it work. Have that resolve first, and then you could quit whatever job you're in. You just need to be able to bet on yourself. Most people don't bet on themselves because they don't believe in themselves. You just have to have that resolve, like, I know I'm going to make it work. I don't care if I'm on my last leg, my last dollar, I will make it work. I don't know what it's going to take right now, but I will figure it out, and I'm willing to put myself through that, right? Give yourself a time frame. When I first started wholesaling real estate, I gave myself 1 year. I said, I will try my best every single day for 1 year. And if it doesn't work out in 1 year, it's not meant for me. Okay? It worked out in about 6.5 months, right? About 6.5 months. I got my first wholesale deal. It was for $7,000. And from then, it's been up ever since, bro. I've been continually improving myself, improving my sales skills, improving my business, all that. So this is just for anybody who's wondering, should I quit my 9-to-5? You should only quit your 9-to-5 if you have that resolve within yourself that through hell or high water, I will never stop trying. I will never quit. And I will genuinely do my best every single day. I'm not going to half-ass it. I'm going to give it my all every single day. Some days you lose, some days you do awesome. Some days you just crush it. Other days, it's like you're trying, and nothing seems to give, right? After 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, it seems like you've been doing all this and you haven't made any progress. But the truth is you have been making progress, okay? When it feels like you're not making progress, but you're still trying and putting in effort, trust me, you're making progress. Sometimes you just have to go through that period of it physically looks like nothing is happening, but on the inside, a lot is happening. So yeah, that's it. I just thought I'd share my experience with that. Don't quit your 9-to-5 if you're not built for it, and if you don't have that resolve that you will never give up, okay? If you do have a 9-to-5 and you're trying to do a side hustle on the side and you genuinely don't have wife or kids or rent, in a way, you're a coward. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know what nice way there is to say it. Or a nice way to say it would be, you don't have faith and conviction in yourself. And because if you did have faith and conviction in yourself, why would you have a job? If you don't have responsibilities like a wife and a kids and rent, why would you keep a job if you have faith in yourself? The fact that you have a job is evidence that you don't believe in yourself. That's true. It is what it is. So I hope you got some value out of this. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I make weekly videos about self-improvement, wholesaling real estate, and just life in general. All right. If you want to become a student in my Discord and you want to get your first wholesaling real estate deal in 90 days or less, you could just email me. My email is going to be in the description. All right. Peace.